If you've ever driven out to Vancouver Island's west coast to visit the Tofino Ucluelet area, you know the road is bad. Well, I hadn't been on that road in about 10 years, and now it's really bad. I've never seen such a poor road surface. More about that later. If you're planning a trip out to the west coast, you've heard about the road closures at the Kennedy Hill worksite. It's about 14 kilometers from the junction at Ucluelet. The highway is closed from 9 a.m. to 1 p.m. Monday to Friday, and it's a real pain. We arrived at the closure at 12:30 on our way home. The road was open to westbound traffic first, and we finally got moving around 1:35. The work zone is about 1.5 kilometers long, and it's a big job. You can see that they are totally redoing the section. This isn't just a band-aid to get the road open again. It will be a totally new road, and it will take time. Work started in 2018 and was supposed to be completed by the summer of 2020. In January 2020, a blast triggered a rock slide that took the road out completely and closed it for days. As grocery store shelves emptied, a harsh reality set in. Highway 4 is Ucluelet Tofino's lifeline. With an initial budget of $38 million, based on a summer of 2020 completion date, who knows what the final price tag will look like? And for the road closures, all the government will say now is that delays could stretch into 2021. Whatever that means. Delays could stretch into 2021. Good luck to the poor folks that live out there. As I said earlier, we got into the lineup at 12:30. They opened up the west lane traffic first at 1 o'clock, and we watched car after car go by until they finally got us moving at 1:35. And we got through the closure, and I was amazed at how many cars were lined up in a westbound lane. I mean, this went on for a few miles, kilometers. So if you're heading out there, give yourself lots of time. We extended our short stay by 1 day so that we could travel up on a Sunday, and I highly recommend it if you can do that. It's not that this closure is such a big deal. We arrived at the lineup at 12:30, we started moving at 1:35, and we got into Port Alberni at 3 p.m. A trip of 2.5 hours that normally would take you about an hour and a half. So it's not a really big deal. It's just that when you're going out to the West Coast, you want to get there and start enjoying your West Coast experience. It's just the timing of the closure is kind of awkward. I started this little story out by talking about how bad the road was. I grew up in Vancouver and skied at Whistler. I lived at Whistler. And anybody who's driven that road in the 70s will tell you that that was a very nasty piece of highway. I've also driven down the Baja to Cabo San Lucas, and I've driven the road to Hanna on Maui. But this is by far the worst road I've ever been on. And it's the surface. I'm used to winding, twisty, up and down, hilly roads, but this road surface is just terrible. And the camera isn't really capturing how bad this experience is. And it looks like the eastbound lane is actually in better shape than the westbound lane. Because on the way up, my gal, I think she nearly got like air sickness. It's like being in an airplane in rough turbulence for like an hour and a half, or being on a choppy ocean in a small boat. It's just a terrible, terrible, terrible road surface. So if you do suffer from air sickness or seasickness, carry your meds because you will need them. And of course, when we got into Port Alberni at 3 o'clock, there was a huge logjam of traffic. And it took about a half an hour longer to get through town than it normally would. But we made it. Check out my other Vancouver Island destination videos, where I'll be, among others, I'll be doing a piece on Long Beach and Tofino, etc. And also check out my website, Vancouver Island Chronicles, where you'll find documentaries and lifestyle vignettes featuring the people and the places of Vancouver Island. Cheers, and thanks for watching.